Greetings, my fellow travellers, adventurers, and vegan folk. Welcome back to another video. Reporting from the road. I'm currently in Canberra, and it's a beautiful sunny day. Lovely, not a cloud in the sky, which hasn't happened very often lately. It's been a bit crazy, wild weather. Well, it is the 15th of August. So we're in the middle of winter, but certainly the days, well, the mornings are really fresh, but the days are really lovely. There's a little slight bit of wind, but I tell you, that's a good thing. In my last video I said that wind is a very valid energy that you need, because it teaches you to be on top of your game. Or at least with the wind I've had in the whole time I've been cycling. So today I would just like to talk about how to be grateful in life, and what it means to be grateful, and how can you possibly do that. So in my experience, since I've been traveling on the road for 4 years now, I've found that the less things that I own, I don't get caught up in the rat race of always wishing for something more, compared to what it was like when I owned cars and just lived, in a job, and was just working, going home, and just doing the boring status quo stuff that just had no real meaning. And then once I got into cycling, I started getting into more adventure, going out in nature, hanging out at the beach, going to the forest, riding, and doing some hiking and trekking up mountains, that I've just become such more of a relaxed person, and I'm just happy with less. I don't need things, I don't need to buy things that just don't mean anything. I mean, everybody needs, your substandard things, like if they're moving into a house, they need all the house stuff, but extra cars, extra boats, extra this, extra that, bigger house, bigger mortgage, more phone calls from people asking for money because you're working so hard that you're just trying to get ahead but never can. I would never want to be in that situation. Everybody's different, but it depends what you're doing it for. I've had my combi van, and gone to shows, and want to get gratification from people because my car looks great, but they don't really care that I spent 30 grand to make it all look pretty and to get there, and there's just no substance in that. It's just doing it for other people's gratification, and I don't live my life for people's gratification anymore. I don't, I only do what I do because it's what I want to do in life. I make my adventures and the things I wish to do in life, my jam. That's what I strive to do, and try and make it work as best I can. So I think the less things you own in life, the better, and the more accepting you are, and the more simple lifestyle you can lead, if the things that you own don't start owning you. Like, I love riding my bike around and adventuring, so I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my bike. I'd probably, if I wasn't cycling around Australia, I'd probably run. And then if I couldn't run, I'd probably walk. And if I couldn't walk, then I'd, you know, do something else similar, because I just love doing it so much. But I do think at the end of the day, to become grateful, you just have to understand that we're so fortunate and lucky in this country to just have the freedom. I mean, my friend Asif, you know, he's a refugee from Pakistan. You know, he said to me a little while ago, you know, that it's amazing that you can go and walk out in nature and just be, you can walk wherever you want, you can do whatever you want. That you just don't have that luxury in some other countries. So we're very, very fortunate. I don't think we should ever have anything to not be grateful for. And I think it's important too, like, a lot of the time I try to choose 5 things at the end of every day that I'm grateful for. And to know that, you know, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my fitness, for my family, for my friends, for nature, for Mother Earth, for the planet. I'm grateful for the animals. I'm grateful for being a vegan. There's so many things to be grateful for, and I think it's good to keep in tune with those things, because it keeps the momentum of being like, you know, oh, I just didn't get this today, or that didn't happen for me. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to every day. Just understand that having life is just, you know, that's grateful in itself. To be able to be gifted life when so many other people just hadn't had that opportunity today. They didn't have that opportunity to sit in the sun, you know, and enjoy the sun. They didn't get to feel the wind, you know, through their soul. They didn't get to ride a bike, or they didn't get to eat very much food, or someone stepped on a landmine or something. A war-stricken country like Asif, you know, that come here for a better life. So I don't think we ever have anything not to be grateful for, and I think it's important to always remind yourself that there are always people less fortunate than you. And, you know, some people go, yeah, you know, but it doesn't take people's suffering away. For sure. Whatever you know, everyone's going through something at some point in their life, but it's also good to just get a reality check sometimes and think, well, is it a bigger problem, or is it just a first world problem, you know, that you can't get your magazine from the fucking news agency because, you know, it arrived 2 days late. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's not real, you know. That doesn't matter compared to the health of, you know, the health of the planet, the health of the people, and the health of the animals, which we're all striving towards to try and get better, because we're just using the resources too much, and we're just too self-indulgent. We believe everything should just be on a silver plate all the time, and when it's not, people just think that the world owes them a favour. Well, I'm sorry, man, the world doesn't owe you a favour. You owe the world a favour for being here and trying to do the best you can to preserve it and take care of every living being on this planet. That's why we all need to be vegan. So, but I'll explain. I'm going to go through my vegan philosophy and why I became a vegan, and what led me towards that lifestyle, and how it's helped me throughout my life, and how it's just given me so much, and that's something I'm incredibly grateful for. Every single second of every day that I can help contribute to the health of the world, and end the stupidity amount of suffering that we need to put on our animal friends just because someone's worried about their protein source. They're just severely uneducated in that way. So, but that will be in a couple of videos time. So, how to be grateful? Just live every day, man. If the sun's out, enjoy it. You know, hop on your bike, go for a ride. That'll teach you how to be grateful, and enjoy the moment, and try and put that towards, you know, the other people that are that just aren't quite getting there. You know, you can be an influence to them, and you know, and the important thing is too, like when I'm even walking around town, you know, if people aren't smiling, smile back at them. You know, even if they don't smile back at you, they may think tomorrow, wow, that was awesome that that guy smiled. At least someone smiled at me today. So it's about leaving an impact, even if it's just small. You know, it still makes a big difference in life. So it's something to always remember. So be grateful. I certainly am every day, and I encourage you to do also. So have a great day with whatever you're doing, and